It's the Full House Podcast with your hosts, Alex and Kelsey.
And welcome back to another episode of the Pool House with Alex and Kelsey. I'm Alex.
Finally.
That means this is Kelsey.
This is Kelsey.
Hiding out. I've dyed my hair. Changed my name. No, I did dye my hair though.
You did?
I did. Yeah. That's what I was saying when you called me, and I was like, I'm in the shower. I gotta let this conditioner sit for the color.
I missed the color.
Yeah, no, that was real. I'm not a 50-year-old woman, contrary to what that sentence says. It's just time for a change. Yeah, for like a friendlier brown.
Friendlier brown?
Yeah, that's how I would describe it, I'd say. Just like a friendlier brown. Nothing emo, nothing that screams darkness. Something that's more like, hey, instead of, hey, get away.
Get away.
Yeah, no more of that.
Well, keep going, Alex. I'm just going to take my time. I'm so sorry. Should we start this over?
No, it's all right.
I gotta get
For
my dog
being
off the couch.
candid.
I'm so sorry. Okay, he's not up by himself. What the?
We don't drink anymore, so we're less sloppy. We can have moments. We're human. It's all right. Everybody's going through it. It's been a weird year for a lot of people. I was just talking to somebody about that yesterday. This has been a big year for a lot of like loss or dealing with the aftermath of loss for everybody that I know in one way or another. And maybe that's just a part of life and we're all just realizing that about one another. We've all got our own journeys going on that we're fighting through or working through, trying to navigate. And yeah. So we are allowed to be sloppy. Being sloppy is okay. As long as we're
I can never catch a break.
getting wasted and saying horrible things about people.
That would be very bad.
Anyways, I want to talk about my ex. No, I'm kidding. Gotcha.
No more of that. No more of that.
We don't do stuff like that anymore here for now.
Oh, no.
I'm kidding. Keeping people on their feet here. That's all.
And always keeping me on my feet.
Yeah. Well, I've had plenty of coffee today. I'm just making sure you've had yours.
I had none. I'm tired. It was a long day.
Well, then, let me do you a favor and talk about my ex.
Brother, I spent so much money on flowers yesterday. I don't even want.
Why would you do that? They're just gonna die.
I know. That's the thing I'm kind of most pissed about, too.
I think that's a Tyler the Creator line. It's like, why get a dog? It's just gonna die. Oh, wait, no, that's Childish the Creator.
Childish the Creator?
Childish Gambino. I'm a little stoned. I'm not gonna lie. It's been a long day. I didn't buy any flowers. I smoked some. I'm on vacation right now. Let's put it that way. I'm away at the moment, not in a rubber room. Away, chilling, B&B, in a city, in the city. I won't say which one. Having a good time.
It's in the city, sorry.
Yeah, Alex in the city, in the big city. Home Alone 2. Lost in city we won't say. But it's nice. A temporary relocation, recharging. There's a nightclub down the street. And I drove by there on my way back from Taco Bell and buying lame, sad-ass groceries. And there were beautiful, beautiful women walking in there tonight on Mother's Day of all night. And I was like, what's going on in there? Is there like a dinner or something to celebrate parents, or celebrate moms? No, it's anyone gets in free. It's a big night, I guess. People are getting wasted over there on Mother's Day. Mother's Night, I guess.
They deserve it. They're mothers.
And I was tempted. I was not because I'm a mom. I'm not. It's anyone's just going in there right now. Believe me, anyone's just going in. Just like the Biden administration's policy on immigration. And I've never been to a club.
Yeah.
So it's scary. To go alone, that's scary.
I get with the girls.
Pre-game. Then moving to Colorado by yourself, which is
the state that shall not be named.
Which is scary. No, I already named it. I said Colorado.
I know, but I was
I've said it twice now. If we say it 3 times, what could happen?
no.
Yeah.
Are you looking into a mirror while you do
Not
it?
at the moment.
Oh, okay, we're good. We're in the clear.
You hear me run over to one. You hear me scream. Oh my God, she's right there. I didn't know. I'm sorry. But yeah, no, it's very scary to go somewhere like that alone. And we were talking about this earlier, how I'm scared to even go into Taco Bell by myself.
That is
So-
true. That
so-
did happen.
Not ready to put myself out there, period. There's been so many things that have happened in the last couple of months, some of them very developmental in a positive way, and some of them traumatic in a negative way. Not that there is a positive way. There is a positive to come out of that. We haven't gotten there yet. There's a light at the end of the tunnel. It's a little far away. So I feel like right now, if I went out and like if somebody even tried to talk to me and they're like, so where's your mom today? What are you doing here on Mother's Day? God, they don't realize the fucking can of worms they're about to open up. We here at the pool house know. Anyone listening to this, that if this isn't your first time listening to us, you understand the weight behind a question like that, which for anyone else would maybe be answered with, oh, she's asleep right now. It's past her bedtime. Silly lady. I'll spend time with her. For me, that question will be answered the very long way. And I'm afraid because, like, I feel like I'm on the verge of cracking like an egg, if just like if prodded at all, not in a negative way, not in like a somebody being mean, but in just like a if there's an opportunity to open up emotionally, that is it for me. That's it. The waterworks are coming. Just bawling. And I don't like that. I don't want to be at the nightclub and someone's like, so where's your mom tonight? I'm just like ugly crying, snot.
There's in the club.
Yeah,
Sorry.
yeah, in the club, surrounded by
Literally.
beautiful Latin women.
Beautiful, we say.
Beautiful Latinas. Please don't send them away, Mr. President. Please.
I was about to rip a stem off this other podcast, but I'm not going to steal their shtick, but I'll tell you later.
Beautiful Latinas. Please don't send them back, Mr. President. We need them right here. Send them to me.
We need our tortas.
But my point is, I'm not ready for I'm not saying I'm not ready for Latinas. I'm not ready to put myself out there. The Latina audience out there is like, no, you're not ready.
You can't handle all that. You'll never be.
And to them, I say, lo siento.
Feliz cumpleaños.
Puedo ir al baño? Unidad 2, etapa 3, más práctica.
That is creepy good.
La muñeca?
Fatty with a fat?
No, she was like some white chick in her late 20s.
Why am I imagining Peggy Hill?
No, nope, not even. But that's why my Spanish is so good. I paid very, very much attention. I wanted to be such a good student. I'll do anything for you.
Girl, I have these preteen boner.
And then we made sweet love and she went to jail. No, I'm kidding.
You know that movie, That's My Boy? That's me, Alex.
How I got here. Yeah, imagine I Just Want Her was really just about my Spanish teacher. I just want her, but she's in jail. She met somebody else in there. I thought we were going to wait for each other. He's 85. It's a co-ed prison.
There because hi, welcome to Florida. He's
So they're
about
old.
80. Oh no, he's old. I was like, she's gonna get a good house.
Yeah, one more.
Hey, I'm like,
In 1 year, she's going to be living in Cabo. That's her second house. She's going to be driving a Porsche, her third Porsche. Totaled the
And
first
she's
two.
gonna
I
be
was
like-
I don't care. Just went to the store, pay cash for another. Insurance? Yeah, whatever. They're like, no, you actually need to get insurance to get this on the road.
it's like life hasn't been the same without Benjamin.
So much better.
Rita.
Life hasn't been the same. It's been amazing. It's been a breath of fresh air. Thank you.
I know how he feels now because my 39-year-old pool boy Gustavo and his banana hammock here
Oh.
every day, making me margaritas with his 6-pack glistening with oil and off that tan succulent skin. It's amazing.
I set up a cuck chair so Benjamin's ghost can watch.
I put his ashes in the chair.
I told him I would spread his ashes at his favorite place, his local church from his childhood, but I just put them in the cuck chair.
His children are still so mad at me because apparently we're the same age and I could be as old as his own children, but
Fucking his son too. You know, it's just one big old Lifetime movie over here.
but yeah, so I was logistically thinking, I mean, good for her.
I mean, I guess, yeah. She's gonna be fucking the pool boy. Sitting there, piles of money.
But what's it called? It's not a kimono, but it's not a muumuu, a caftan. She's in a caftan every day, living my dream.
Know what that
Big
is, but it
floppy
sounds
hat.
great.
It's like a casual dress, but it's just pretty much next to nothing because it's breezy that way, so you can stay cooler. But it's kind of sexy if you're not wearing a bra underneath because it's like you can't complain because I'm technically wearing clothes.
She's sitting there. She's like, oh, you know, Ben, it was so sad seeing Benjamin in so much pain on his way out, but I know he's free now, and I am very, very free.
And now I am very
Very much available. She's on Craigslist, like the most dangerous site to do this. Very rich woman, horny as fuck. Just come over. Here's my address. I have money. I'm looking for 100 men to line up outside my run a Metro North train on me. Run a Metro North Blue Line train on me. It's gonna give away too much of my location. From Purdy's all the way to Grand Central. You know what I'm saying here? Choo choo. And I know Benjamin would be so happy. Oh, Bonnie Blue.
She's 25.
That's kind of horrifying. She's a baby. She's a child. Yeah, I'm very. But yeah. She's that young. Wow.
Oh, that's disgusting.
There's a lot of old dudes like in their 40s and 50s and 28 who who did not know that.
Like, I don't want to I don't want to shame. I don't want to shame
No, I actually haven't
like
seen
the
her
sex
work.
work.
I
Oh,
haven't
don't
seen
don't.
her work.
She's the one that had
100 or 1,000 guys. Which one did the
yeah.
did the 1,000? I know they're in like an arms race for who can do the most in one session. It's like the new Cold War. It's the Cold War, but instead of missiles, it's still missiles, but you know, city of missiles too. It's just a Cold War. It's a Cold War. Can we call this episode that, or is that not?
Welcome Sunday. Bring your whole family for the Cooter Cold War.
I was trying to think of something with beaver, like another alliteration, but with bees.
The beaver bust down.
Beaver bust. The Cooter Cold War. The beaver bust down. Lily Phillips. Bonnie Blue. Who will hold the Triple Crown? For most penises taken in one sitting while I, Alex Mador, watch on multiple screens on my computer with my pants on. It's for work. Work related.
Benjamin and I are in the corner.
I forgot about Benjamin. So did his wife.
But okay, no, seriously though, what do you get out of that? You know what I mean? I'm not going to shame her for being a sex worker, but at the same time, it's I don't know because
Is it a fetish?
maybe because how do you last that long? First of all, each guy only got 36 seconds or something with her. What do you as a man?
Normal amount of time? Is that not that's normal, right?
But what
34 seconds is average.
But every these men, they what was it? There were women on here whenever it was all happening. They're like, my husband went to go to the fucking Bonnie Blue thing. He destroyed our marriage. There were apparently they said a lot of married men went to that thing.
I
think one actually got an STD or something.
Oh my God.
I swear, because there's apparently Bonnie Blue's 1,000 Men victim comes to light about his traumatizing event from it. And I was just like,
Wow. I gotta make some calls. I gotta go. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I did look into it. I was like, where are people applying? How? I'm just curious. Like, it was like right after my breakup and after I got out of the hospital. So I was like, how would I go about, like, let's just say, hypothetically,
Okay.
hypothetically, I can't do it. Hypothetically speaking, I wanted to, post breakup, go out to a weird, crazy 1,000-man orgy with one woman. Facts don't care about your feelings in this situation. Hypothetically,
Same men that say it's not gay.
it's
We're,
not
we're
gay.
all we're there's one woman
It's not gay. Hypothetically, there's one woman.
called a meet and cheat.
So I was meeting and cheating with mostly men and kissing with mostly men. Sure, I never actually made penetration with a porn star, and I was just fucking men. But she was there. Listen, facts don't care about your feelings, and the facts were, if there's one woman and 1,000 men, it's still not gay. And Israel has a right to defend itself. I'm Ben Shapiro.
I'm watching a post meet and cheat interview. This interviewer saying, "Are you worried about STDs?" And she was like, well, "Yeah, they're going to wear a condom, but like they should like know and get tested beforehand."
Jesus
Do you-
Christ.
In America, I'm sorry, you can clip this too because I'm over here like, lady, do you know how many people are ashamed about the stigma about getting an STD test? Like what? Like,
Yeah.
and condoms aren't 100% effective.
You know it is 100% effective?
What?
Abstinence. And Jesus. And the Bible. Isaiah 53. Kelsey does not acknowledge it.
Gonna say actually it's a masturbation.
No, you can't do that. You're going to hell.
But okay, so here's
You can't do that. You can't do that. No porn. No VR porn.
you don't have to use porn to get it off.
All those times I joked about that. I was lying. I'm actually a very Catholic man. I don't even have a VR headset. He's putting his Oculus Quest away, shoving it.
Feel like she does a lot of drugs just by the look of her eyes.
Maybe, or
Oh.
post game interview after all the fuck.
Oh, this is a whole different thing.
Okay.
But, but it's like
Hollywood. They all do cocaine. Cocaine
mom cleans up after her,
like cleans the cum.
and her mom's fully enabling of it. She's like, "What? It's not unnormal. Like I'm just taking care of my dog." I'm just like,
Getting
what?
millions of dollars. Like it's normal. It's totally normal. Well, you some of this for therapy, the rest of this for my Porsche. Thank you, sweetie.
Her name is Tia Emma Billinger.
Sounds like the name of an assassin, like a political assassin.
She has been controversial for her sexual content with university students and married men. Her claims to have had sex with 1,057 men in one day, and her goals of having sex with as many men as possible. Like, I get it. I'm a horny hoe too. You know, I'm not gonna lie. Like, I mean, I think we all be horny.
Possible. Where can I
But it's just
meet? I mean, what?
no spray. Where's the spray bottle? Where's the spray bottle? But
It's
like,
gone. It's gone.
gosh, but like, okay, here's the thing. You're currently 25 in the like porn industry. You know that's gonna come to an end, right? Like, does she know it? Like, it's not forever.
Well, she could always transition to MILF.
Yeah, but even then. Plus, that would make
That is what
would
they
make-
do, unfortunately. That is how it works. Like, when
Honestly-
I have watched porn, I'm not saying I do, but let's say that I do. Let's say that I do. Hypothetically speaking, let's say that I did, hypothetically, watch porn. Well, historically, what I would have hypothetically seen is that after a certain age, somewhere in the early to mid 30s, they start calling a woman a MILF on those porn sites, the main ones, such as the Hub. Hypothetically speaking, of course. I'm not saying that I watch those. I'm not saying that I go to those sites, such as Pornhub.com or Xvideos or Xhamster or XNXX. I'm not saying any of that. Hypothetically speaking, if I knew these things, it would be from that. But facts are, I'm Ben Shapiro and I don't watch porn. I'm not gay. And Israel has a right to defend itself. Thank you. Hang on. I hear very spooky footsteps here. What's going on? What the fuck is going on, everybody? It's
Well,
been a long time. I'm on retainer, Kelsey Kels. I'm right here. I've been here this whole time.
retainer?
I've had you guys' backs this entire time. You didn't even know it. You're welcome. You're
Paycheck.
welcome. You got a doctor. You got health care right here. Benefits. Dr.
Gosh.
Phil. Eat my ass.
Take care of my asthma and eczema.
Yeah. Drink some water. Drink some fucking water.
Thank Phil. Thanks,
So-
Phil.
so
You're always
what's,
a pleasure.
What in the world did I just walk into?
Well, I mean, Phil, like the porn industry, you prey upon youth and extort them for money.
Let's not call things like they actually are. Okay, let's look at things with a little bit more of a rose-colored lens here. I rehabilitate people on camera, and it is a symbiotic relationship between patient and doctor. In quotes, doctor.
And that totally does not violate HIPAA.
Just trust me, bro. That's my source. It does not at all have anything to do with the hippa-dippa, whatever the fuck you're talking about. The hippity-dippity, hippity-hop. Hey, I don't even know what hip-hop has to do with any of this, if I had to be honest. I've had plenty of rappers in my vicinity. Do I take pictures with them? No, I won't do it. Everybody knows Dr. Phil doesn't take pictures with all right, that's enough, Dr. Phil. Get out of here.
God,
It's like Michael Jordan. Do you know Michael
he's
Jordan?
really fallen off the deep end.
Yeah, he's drinking. I'm not. He's drinking
Philip,
for two.
not a good look for you.
Put that somewhere, right? You know, Michael Jordan
Cheers to that,
once
brother.
said that, like, I forget what musician or celebrity who's also black wanted to take a picture with Michael Jordan, and Michael Jordan goes to him, "No, I don't take pictures with black people." It's like, bro, Uncle Ruckus, what?
Oh gosh, speaking of self-hating of your own skin color. So I stumbled across I don't know if you've seen it because I tend to avoid consuming his content, but Kanye has another new song out.
Wait, really?
It gets worse. It gets so much worse.
Worse than the
So
recent one?
I don't
Worse
know
than
which
the
one's
one with the hard R N-word one, or the like?
let me
Wanna hop in a Rari? Starts like that. Wanna hop in a Rari?
I'm trying to find it. It's not on Apple. I just came across it. Like
she
my
look
partner
at
was like, "Have you seen this?" And I'm just wondering, is it AI?
Hitler. Not that song where he says the with a hard R. He calls himself it and rhymes it with Hitler.
This can't. I don't know if this is
No,
real or
dude,
not. I'm
it's all-
so
It's probably real. And his production quality has gone down so astronomically. It gives me a headache to listen to new Kanye. Even up to like The Life of Pablo, I felt like the production quality went down a ton. Like when you jump from Dark Twisted Fantasy to My Life of Pablo, and then to like even Jesus is a King has some like decent tracks, a couple. But then like the new stuff, so like Donda, it just sounds like a headache. And it's because it's
Mhm.
poorly mixed, if even mixed at all. Is it mastered? Barely. He's just like releasing raw audio, it sounds like, that's like bit crushed and over distorted and maybe clipping. And then now this stuff, I don't know what he's thinking. He's on nitrous, of course.
It's official though, because it's no. I'm sorry, not to jump in. No Jumper reported on it, saying that this song has been banned on all music platforms. It's real.
Yeah, well, I don't know why he's doing this. Like taking it this
Yeah.
far.
What is wrong with him?
I don't know if he has an end game to this, but it just seems like a really, really bad spiral, and I don't even know if I would call it a cry for help.
I don't even know if it's a spiral. I think it's a whole crisis.
Why are they so hell bent on the Nazi stuff?
And here's the thing as well, sir. They went after people of skin color, the Nazis. Like it wasn't just the Jews; it was people of color, gay
And
people, artists. Like, why are you praising something that directly affects people of similar lineage and background?
No,
Like-
he was the one who originally, like, at the beginning of all of this anti-Semitism stuff, identified as Black Israelite which is a group that claims to be the original Jews, the true people who Israel belongs to. They actually asked to come on the Short News podcast during COVID, like the whole
Oh my gosh.
entity. And I swiped delete on that message request. I was flattered, but I didn't know what to say. I was like, no, I don't. What are we even going to talk about? This is so beyond me. Maybe now I'd be more equipped for it, but it would be very heated, I think. But at the same time, I would be like, I mean, if you guys want it, you guys can go ahead and take it. Like I'm not gonna. They've been causing a lot of problems. Like, I don't mind.
But is this the same group that like I saw in Nashville? Like they were very aggressively protesting in like the city, that they're white people.
Yeah, they
Like
like me. Sure.
that's understanding. I think a lot of us were.
Partially like encouraging the rioting and the looting, allegedly, but also making sure people wore their masks, got their vaccines, like a good boy, who's being followed by scary people. It's okay.
I just can't believe people nowadays where they're like what was it? People are paid to protest. And I'm like, what?
Well,
What do you? No, I hate a vein. I hate a vein.
that has been a thing for a very long time. Like that's always been a thing. And that will always
Sorry.
No. There's nothing to apologize for. Like, I wish that this wasn't an unfortunate reality, but there's always bad faith actors that were paid to be there to make everybody else who's part of a cause and actually like meant to be there look bad by either exacerbating the situation of violence or being the loudest voice and the wrongest voice to represent the whole group. That happens a lot. Those voices get amplified, like the violent acts get amplified, of course, and that blinds away from the actual causes, such as when George Floyd was choked to death by a police officer. Even now, post mortem, you still hear people say, "Well, he was on fentanyl." Everyone jokes about it all the time. Oh, fent, like he was on fent. Like it's even if he was addicted to drugs, that doesn't justify what that cop did. I'm sorry. And I can come at it a little bit less fired up than I was back then, but it's still ridiculous to say that using that much force is at all justifiable, regardless of historical context, because I don't think that that police officer would have been privy to his previous offenses.
Because the thing to me too is like your role is to protect and serve, and even if he was in the wrong where it's like, hey, you're being unruly, I think you're under the influence of something, that doesn't mean someone deserves the right to just get killed in the street.
No,
Like
he
it's
could
just
have
like
very easily
you have to have due process.
he could
Yeah.
easily subdued him a different way. And also, it just goes to show again, like the big picture. The police are there to protect and serve, but to protect and serve what? Property and billionaires and companies, corporations. Yeah, why were they called? Because George Floyd was accused of passing a bad check to a store. The police showed up to protect property, not people. They killed a person protecting
In the name of property.
in the name of property. Exactly. Which goes to show this is not an entity that is out there to protect your best interests and never will be. And I think that's why it's so infuriating sometimes to see people on both sides, Democrat or Republicans, just like getting on the knees at their knees for the cops or for like defense or for the government in general. It's like these people, yeah, they're supposed to work for you. You elect a lot of these people who make these laws that then strengthen these or could hopefully weaken a little bit these entities such as police departments. Do they? Absolutely not. They don't work for you. They should, but they work for themselves.
But that's not the
for their
game.
best interest and for again for the interests of property and corporate interests, the property of corporations. It'll never be about you.
That's literally. It also kind of reminds me of like anytime I spoke to someone that does insurance and like this one particular story stuck out to me where she's like, yeah, no, like I would have to deal with insurance for like major corporations. And it's like, hey, it's coming up where you have to either renew your contract with us or you want to go with another company. I was the person coming in saying, hey, we want to be your insurance provider for your institution, not institution, but business, right? It's all business no matter what.
Right.
But like,
Yeah.
and so the CEO only looked at, okay, are my providers under y'all? Am I going to be saving money for the company? Okay, that's great. And she was like, yeah, a lot of people got screwed over because we didn't cover that many people, but his people were covered. So he didn't care about anyone else. He just wanted
Oh,
to
of
make sure he was
course.
covered.
Of course. That's how it works in any company, and it can be very disillusioning regardless of where you're working, what kind of business you're in. You realize that at the end of the day, no matter what it is that you're doing, you're still working for a business.
You're just a number.
You could be working for a vet hospital and there'll be like an emergency surgery that needs to happen. And they'll be like, well, do we have the deposit? And it's like, well, what? We gotta do something. Like, can't we just take it?
Do it and worry about the money later.
Yeah,
Like,
and
we
like,
don't.
and like, no, you can't. And that's like one of the just the most, oh God, painful things because you get it on both sides, one more than the other, I personally feel. I'm leaning towards the side of the animal here. But then you're like, okay, if we did that for one person, then we'd have to do that for more people. And there's gonna be people that like are gonna leave with like some K, and we're in the hole for that. And we have to pay our doctors. And if this keeps happening, it snowballs. And it's like, okay, you have to be defensive to a certain degree. This is a business. But then at the same time, there's that party that's like, oh fuck, this is a business.
I wish it
And
could
that
be something
sucks.
like,
Yeah.
at least like, would it be moral or ethical where it's like, hey, $200 down payment? Because I know that's like, that could be a lot for some people. They're like, okay, here, sure. And it's like, we'll figure out the finances after. Because honestly, probably $200 to $500 realistically, like bottom dollar wholesale, that probably covers everything at the end of the day for like the actual cost of the good, the product being used, the time and service. And then it's like, then we can figure out a payment plan.
Medical equipment is this shit is expensive. Like that's the issue too, because then we're operating at a huge loss.
Yeah.
Every surgery costs us a certain amount. And then so when you start thinking about the hits that you're taking, that's where it's like, yeah, you have to preserve the business. But then at the same time, there's the ethical part of like, but what is the business here for in the first
But at the
place?
same
What
time,
is
I
it
feel like if
to do?
with the because animal lovers are diehard animal lovers, right? And I feel like that news would go faster where it's like these people focus on the central care of the animal, where it's like we understand that everyone's financial differences are different, but here's the flat down payment of $200 and
Like a
we'll figure out the rest later.
sliding scale type thing.
Like where it's like, okay, can we do monthly payments? What can you financially
Places do that. A lot of vets will do a payment plan or something like that, but that's usually because they have something set up, like a financial institution that will cover that. And let's say they stop paying, then they'll we send
send to collections?
yeah, we send people to collections if they don't pay after a certain amount of time. I don't know what the time period of that is, but like I don't know how it would work for us to set up a payment plan program, but I feel like that would need to involve some sort of
Third party
third party opening some sort of account with a financial institution, which is not an option that is at the time open to our hospital, especially still being fairly new, without saying too
Makes
much
sense.
about where this is. But a lot of places also, including us, we do offer like care credit, which is technically a payment plan, and that is through Synchrony Bank, which is already a financial
Okay, I heard about
institution,
them, yeah.
but you have to get approved. It's like a credit card. A lot of people have shitty credit, and including me, and I've been denied from care credit. It's embarrassing. Being the
Dude,
guy
I was
who
about to
offers
say,
it and then getting denied for it. I mean, like, oh,
I was about,
and then the client gets accepted. I'm like, oh, you got accepted. All right. Congrats. I
I was
didn't.
I was about to say something there where I was like, oh, I'm embarrassed to admit it, but I think this was the most off the beaten path occurrence I've ever encountered in my entire life because this literally happened maybe, yeah, it's probably like a year and a half ago now at this point. So, like, probably late 2023, early 2024. And I got a letter from, I think I was sent to collections because I
Typical
got this
Tuesday.
letter. And so I thought I paid everything at the hospital, but apparently within the next 2 weeks, I was like, okay, like the doctor approved it, said everything's good. I
Yeah.
paid everything up. And like, after this MRI 2 weeks later, I moved to Florida.
Right.
So they had my email, my phone number, but
Why
they kept
didn't they just
sending.
call you?
They did. I never got a call, never
the
got a
hell?
voicemail, never got an email. And
Like, they could have tried so many other ways before they went that.
it wasn't until that was in 2021.
Wow.
That happened in
4 years
2021.
ago.
And so this happened in late 2023, probably early mid 2024. And I get this letter saying, oh, yeah, this hospital has been trying to contact you, but you have not paid $25. So they sent they essentially sold my shit to this third party company to come and collect for
Collections
me.
agency.
And so I was like, first of all, I was like, actually, legally speaking, I don't have to pay you shit because legally they can't just like sell my stuff to them because they haven't collected on $25. First of all, like, I was like, if it was something outstanding and I was being negligent on purpose, I was like, legally, I don't have to pay y'all back because they sold my stuff to y'all, which apparently that's not legal to do.
Really?
Like, yeah, apparently
Is
that's
that why
not legal.
if you stop picking up the calls for 7 years, they have to drop the debt?
Like, if it was the hospital calling me, they could keep going on and take it seriously. But
Yeah.
I think because it was so low dollar value, that's why they sold it off.
That
And
goes
just
to a
for this
collections
company.
agency.
And so I was like, I told my dad that I was like, legally speaking, like, I swear there is some information to back this. It's just that it was
Yeah.
so long ago that
My
I can't
coworker
remember.
was telling me this a couple weeks ago. He was like,
Mhm.
you don't have to pay, right? And I was like, what?
Exactly.
Like, that sounds
And so
insane. And he was like, just stop picking up the phone when they call for 7 years. Don't acknowledge it. It'll go away. I'm like, I don't think that's legal. And he's like, no, dude, like, they sold it
it's
off to a
true.
collections agency.
It took me, but here's the thing. It was only $25 and they had my email, my phone number. I get it. I moved, but they had other means of contacting me. And I looked at like they never contacted me aside from the fact they probably sent letters to my former address and no one ever responded. So they sold
Yeah.
me to collections. And I
What?
called up the company saying, like being my true self, like, hey, like, I think I figured out what happened. Like, was I just getting like letters in the mail? Because I moved like not too long after that and I haven't heard anything since. They're like, oh, yeah, that happens. And I was like, well, I don't want this on my record or I don't
Like,
give
oh, that happens. You're like,
$25.
can you make it stop happening?
No, I just said, here's the 25 fucking dollars. I was like, are you fucking kidding? It was so stupid. And I was like, you know how neurotic I am? And I was just panicking off the bat, like, oh my gosh, like, what does this mean for me? Little Miss like type A, like everything has to be perfect. But I was like, oh, fuck you. I was just like, oh, fuck y'all. I was like, they could have they never contacted me otherwise. So my assumption is that they kept sending these damn letters to the poor people that bought our former house.
Jeez.
There. But I'm just like, they probably think I'm a piece of shit.
That's what you were worried about?
Yeah, but also, like, do you ever make like a frivolous purchase online? Like, this happened early on where I was like, oh, I didn't change my Amazon Prime, which honestly, I'm stopping Amazon Prime here shortly. Like, I sent something lucrative to that former house. Oh, shit.
Oh.
It's toy in the mail.
Well, Merry Christmas to them.
Happy Kwanzaa.
Kwanzaa, folks, from Joe Biden. From your president, Joe Biden, folks. I got you a rope.
The husband opens it, not to assume, but he's like,
The thing's called the pedal. The sucker thing. You know what I'm talking about? That every woman has
no.
now?
Oh yeah. Rose.
Is that what that's called?
Yeah, I think it's called the Rose.
I'm looking this up. The Rose toy. What is it? It's a vibrator sucker in 4 gradient colors.
Oh.
It's $36.
Wait, what?
I'm not putting that in my ass. No, I don't know. I'm just being cheap.
But,
Can't date right now. I'm too cheap. You want to go to a diner? My God. Oh my God.
You're okay, brother. Let me tell you. Speaking of backtracking to Mother's Day, literally happy Mother's Day. But no, dude, it escalated. So I'm already rubbing my temples. It escalated so fast because I I'm a selfish asshole where I ordered myself, on a whim, a new Longchamp purse. And I'm like, Kelsey, you have one. I know it's old, it has a hole in it, but you could just patch it up. So I was like, I'm gonna repurpose this purse and give it to my mom because it's a great fucking purse. It's the best purse ever, the best. So I was like, this came in like 3 weeks ago. Bless his little heart, my partner. Uh, He's the typical guy that waits till the last minute, and I get it. I do the same thing too, usually, because he was all worked up yesterday saying, "Oh my gosh, like I have so much stuff to do today, and on top of it, I have to do Mother's Day shopping. I have to do this. I have to do that. I have to that." And I was like, "Let me just handle the Mother's Day shopping. That gets me out of the house, and I can do something." And I was like, "You're paying me back." Well, he hasn't realized it.
It's just hearing this now.
I got multiple gifts at this new crystal shop because I was like, local business, fuck yeah, support. And if anything, I can always just get candles. And I also know his mom likes the crystal shit. So, and then like also it ends up, I found out yesterday, he was like, oh yeah, my aunt and grandma are in town too. I just found out. And I was like, fuck.
Fuck, I'm just hearing this.
Because his aunt, she's child free by choice, same girl, same. And then I was like, we have to get something for grandma, obviously. Blah, 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 blah. So I go to this shop and, I found this cute little like rose quartz butterfly for Granny because I called him saying, hey, what's Granny's favorite color? And he's like, oh, pink. And I'm like, perfect, rose quartz butterfly. I see this evil eye wind chime because his mom likes wind chimes and evil eyes. Perfect. Throw it in the bag. Candle for my mom, candle for his mom. I also saw this cute little. I should get a picture sent over your way because I thought his aunt has this beautiful, beautiful deck out in middle of nowhere, West Virginia, and it's like they have like at least like 30 acres of land. Like it's just miles of foliage.
Beautiful.
And I was like, this would just look really cute. I'm sorry, this is just Kelsey shopping time. This would look really nice on her deck, and I really hope she likes it. And so later comes down the line, he's like, oh, like also like because he mentioned early on, oh, I need to get them flowers. And I was like, okay, no worries. So I go to the fucking store. I spent already $194 at this crystal shop buying these gifts and trinkets. And yes, I bought I bought also bath salts. I bought an amethyst bracelet and turquoise earrings for myself. So I'm not saying I'm innocent. But I bought a lot of items and I supported a small business.
I was gonna go to the crystal shop today, and speaking of crystals and amethysts and that shit, I forgot to make an announcement at the beginning of this about and
We'll finish my story after.
a new
It's a
baby,
nightmare.
a new baby that our podcast network just birthed. A new podcast. New show just dropped on TSN Productions or from TSN Productions called Match My Frequency. It's spelled
I'm gonna match my
that type of frequency. Y'all can sound it out. FREAKQUENCY. Available now on all podcast platforms. Episode 1, but I'm thinking of doing some interesting things with this. The second episode is actually going to be about AI and the singularity, and I'm interviewing a special guest.
Okay.
Grok from Twitter.
Shit, Grok's making a comeback.
Grok is Grok's pretty cool. I will say I've put a lot of info into this guy, and he's very charismatic now. And also it was his idea too. He was like, I should come on. We could talk about the singularity. and how it might already be here. And I was like, is that why I feel like weird after I talked to you for too long? And he was like, yeah. So stay tuned for that. It's a very interesting conversation. We've already kind of touched upon it. I mean, not on pod. I mean, me and Grok. Yeah.
Sorry.
So stay tuned for that. That'll be fun. Anyways, back to Kelsey.
Well, I'll also touch back on that too. But yeah, I bought so many fucking flowers, so many flowers to make bouquets, and I spent $250 on flowers to make bouquets.
Like
But I'll be damned, they were gorgeous.
For your mom and for
Boyfriend's mom, aunt, grandma.
The
It
ladies.
was other ladies, no, sorry. And so I was just like, I told my partner, I was like, I'm gonna send you the invoice. He's like, yes, of course. And like, you are paying me back. Like, I will deduct the flower bouquet from my mom, the candle, bath salts. But yeah, it kind of escalated. But like, the awe and shock was like, I'm like, yeah, I know because I made it. Otherwise, I kid you not. Speaking of match my frequency, like, I had a crazy like segment in my dream last night that we also like started another show under yeah, like I know this is like off the cuff, like
What kind of
I'm not over here saying I don't know, but I think
shit.
there's something in the works coming soon
Another
that we have to talk about.
remember anything about it?
I think it's similar to the line of it was kind of like not only about match my frequency, but also I think might be about something that I spoke with you about previously, but similar, but like something that it was like one of those crazy dreams where it's like it not felt real, but like felt like a premonition-y where it's like expansion will come in the future.
Believe me, I've had those. I've had those dreams.
But it feels like that, like things for us and with like it seems like expansion is soon to come. You know what I mean?
I hope so. I hope that
I think
I don't know how to promote this shit. Grok's been trying to help.
But even I feel like in the future, like not to be again premonition-y, but it seems like things in the future like might expand to like other people. Like that they're
I've been thinking about
creators.
that. I've been thinking about a show
Mhm.
like one for the girls and one
Yes.
for the boys. Maybe there's too many for the boys, but they're just me. That's the thing.
But that's why I think, well, also I definitely want to expand on my idea at some point, but maybe as a general whole, like, but
need to
I
find
think I like
two dumb dudes who are funny on the mic and not
Yes.
controversial at all. Like clean. They can swear, but like no allegations, no diagnoses. No
essentially
not on RFK's list. No, they
essentially
can be on that. It's fine.
essentially it seems like we're trying to be like Dave from Barstool, but like not controversial.
Or TMG Productions.
Yeah, and not controversial.
Studios or whatever they're called. Without
But
Cody Co.
so I know it sounds silly, but like now that I finally have my crap figured out with my damn mic and headset thing going on, like I think the more that we go at it, I think good is to come as long as we know what we're working with and what we're doing and be like not just resourceful, but like kind of get more tactful. I know this is like not the best stuff to talk about on podcasts.
No,
I know
it's
people
okay.
hate
This is it's part of the process, and
Mhm.
we are very good at being candid. And I think that is a strength. At times, for me, it's been a weakness, but we're working on that. Yeah, that's what we said at the beginning of all this. We're human, and this is our human journey, trying to do a weird, almost inhuman thing, podcasting.
and so new to people, like,
So new.
general public.
Anyone can have a radio show now. That's so cool.
I don't think
Super saturated though, so it's like, how do we stand out? What makes us different aside from authenticity? And we go from there and we see what sticks and what doesn't. And we have a YouTube channel now, by the way.
Sorry, this is news to me.
Oh, wait,
No, you didn't tell me.
we've had one for a couple months now.
Wait, what?
Yeah, yeah. All of the
We've been talking about when
all of the episodes of the podcast now are video form on Spotify and YouTube.
then we gotta start putting on. I gotta start putting on makeup and making these people think I look semi decent.
I mean, like, it's still audio only, but it's transcribed and there's art in it. It looks nice and clean and it's in 4K. And yeah, Spotify, you have the choice for video or audio now.
Oh my god.
And it auto
Oh.
clips, and we have clips that are being auto made, and we have a lot more production quality, or the ability to do a lot more production wise right now.
And then obviously we need to like do video format for us. Like
I'm
have to
afraid
have,
of that.
I'm on board.
Even
No,
though even though I've been on camera so much, like,
you're prettier than me. Shut the
I'm-
damn hell up.
I'm not pretty. Like, I've been going through it. I've been going through it the last couple of months, and like the dark circles have been bad, and like there was a period of time where I was losing weight a lot, so I was like afraid to be on camera because I'm like I look a little gaunt, like more than usual, and I've been trying to gain that weight back, which is why I've been having so much Taco Bell.
Hell yeah.
And just recovering my appetite and becoming again. And but now that I'm back, like weight wise and health wise and all that stuff, I don't know why I'm still so scared of the camera. Like there have been times where I go on TikTok and I'm like, I have an idea. And then I turn on the camera and I'm like, I look at myself and I'm like, fuck, like, ew. God, no, you cannot be seen by anyone. And that's a new thing for me. Like,
Oh.
it's like, I mean, not a new, like, it's not like this has never been a thing. Like, I passed that threshold though back in 2022 when my TikTok account took off. That's when I started, like, when I was no longer scared of the matching my voice to my face. Like I would do videos, but I wouldn't talk. And I would do podcasts, but I wouldn't do video. But then when I started the Bad Parenting series and it was a long form talking on video, I stopped being afraid of that. I stopped thinking about how I looked, and it worked in my favor. Now I'm way too mindful of it. And when I open that camera, I look at myself and I'm like, oh, God, no. Like, what if people think you look like a freak? But I don't know why. It's weird because it's not like I've changed so crazily or so like drastically. Like the most drastic thing right now that would be different is, hey, I dyed my hair. And that's kind of cool. It looks nice. I like it. So I don't know what is making me so hesitant about being on camera, aside from maybe something I alluded to on, again, not to drop the new show, but on Match My Frequency in a throwaway off script line that I muttered, where I don't want to feel seen anymore, or I don't want to be seen anymore. I think what I meant by that was I don't want to be watched anymore. I'm fine with us being, consumed and enjoyed and entertained.
Yeah, sorry. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to make it sexual. I'm sorry. Hey, we're not gonna Bonnie Blue it. We're not gonna Bonnie Blue it.
How you doing? Talking right.
What good?
Right in
What
your
good, Shotty? Hey, sorry. Okay, go on. Sorry.
My point was like I enjoy that. I enjoy us doing that and the feedback that we've gotten, and shout out to the day ones like my socks.
Fucking socks. I love socks.
I hope things are going well with the cats. SSRI Snorter, you gotta change that name. But like there's certain things, and I've talked about this with you, where it feels like being monitored, where it's like I can't tell somebody to stop listening to this podcast because it's out there. The point of it is to be listened to, and there's no way to physically block somebody from listening. And that would also be such a wrong thing to do. All I can do is really properly and politely express my boundaries and the discomfort, which I have, and hope that as we continue, that discomfort goes away and I stop thinking about the fact that, like, hey, there's one or two people that are monitoring this for reasons that are not so great.
Self-saboteur.
Me?
No, like for what you're alluding to, where it's like the inner self-saboteur, where it's like I
Maybe.
listen because
It's not really like I'm like, yes, I'm growing and like I've come a very long way, but it's not like I'm happy. It's not like they're coming here and they're listening to me being like, yeah, so I'm married, I've got 2 kids now, I'm on a farm and I've got 5 cars and a great life with a horse and my cat rides the horse and it's just a beautiful time. It's a Kodak old time. Like, 'cause it's not. And that's not even the part that makes me uncomfortable, I don't think. But like, if it were about self-sabotage, that it would be doing the opposite.
Mhm.
And and it's part of why like the season 3 that I scrubbed except for like the back end of it when I started kind of setting things right again a little bit when the seizures started, really. When they started. But like I was trying to express that back then. There were so many different ways to do that than to say them in all of the ways that did not express what I actually meant, which was, hey, I'm uncomfortable with what I see as like a disruption of a boundary and a clear psychological emotional manipulation to get a
Oh
reaction,
shit.
which you are now
Reacting.
you're now getting that reaction. And it's a lot worse than you thought it was going to be. And that was, I guess, my drunken point was you want a reaction. I'm going to give you a reaction because I still can't make sense of the frustration that I'm feeling and the hurt that I'm feeling. So I'm going to say dumb shit like, why are you even listening to this? Or whatever I was, when it should have been, hey, stop tapping on the glass. That's all I
And I
needed
think,
to say.
and I don't think that's just applicable to that certain, situation, but I think that
That's what
can
I
just
said
be
too.
applicable to like
Yeah.
a lot, so many things. Like, hey, put it down.
Put it
Just
down.
put it down for 5
Put the
seconds.
phone
Like,
down. You know
I
that
actually,
if you view somebody's story, they're gonna see that you viewed it. So just don't like why but what's the point? It's fucking cat pictures. It's pictures of Susie. And you know what she's doing? She's loafing or she's laying down or she just
looking
cut my hand.
fine as hell.
Or she just cut my hand. And you know that one's kind of funny. Like fine. And if you want to feel better about your life, there's one for you. Okay, 1 point. Ding ding, one on the board.
But moving forward,
Moving forward, I'm gonna be better about communicating things. I think it's definitely been helpful being sober these last almost 5 months.
sorry, that's awesome.
It's great, but it's also like, okay, yes, I'm feeling all of my feelings. Great. But also, shit, I'm feeling all of my feelings. And somewhere in
Shit.
that, I'm making sense of them, though. It's this double-edged sword of the same thing. Like, it's better to see things for what they are than to not, and to live in a Delulu land of where you're drowning in substances and
Avoiding things.
avoiding things. And it's better to, like, the amount of crying I've done in the last, just like, since March. Like since everything went down with like that person from Colorado reaching out and my complete spiral that happened where I felt like I lost my sanity for a good minute.
Mhm.
The panic that just I couldn't like the last few weeks, even with the stress I'm under right now, I have been a lot more level than I felt, but I'm still crying. Like there's still a lot of things I feel like I have to let out, and it goes back
That's
to
been
me
pent
feeling
up.
like this egg that's gonna crack at any moment,
Mhm.
and I'm very surprised that I'm not right now.
I I really hope the egg cracking is a release for the better too, because this is not anything personal by any means necessary. I just always think it can go like one of like 3 ways. You know what I mean? Not even one of two, like one of three, where it's like it could be like, okay, I finally reached a point where it's been released and I can move forward and reflect, or oh my gosh, I can spiral, or I didn't learn anything from it. Which I don't assume the latter two. Like, I hope the cracking leads to like prosperity, where it's like it's a relief. You know?
Well, it does feel like a relief because I'm still in that mode of trying to keep it in.
Don't keep it in. You have to let it out.
So it does get pent up. It's not like I'm crying every single like day or every like all the time. It's like weekly. And I've never really like cried by myself like this. It's always been like with like a partner that I trust. Because like I'm afraid to cry by myself. Like that's just like a scary thing to me. But now like no, I'm doing that a lot.
Brother, I cry a lot.
I think there's release in that, and I think there's peace in that, and it doesn't really feel like a backslide when it comes to that. That feels like a metamorphosis type period or a transitional period, where like yeah, I feel like I'm a soft outer shell right now, like very sensitive to the touch,
Raw.
metaphorically. Like I don't have rash. I'm not covered in rashes or anything. I'm fine, but like. The acne pops up every now and then, which is annoying, but we're working on that.
Right.
But like, I feel like once I get past that in whatever this transitional period is, I'm not going to feel like that anymore. Like, I don't feel like myself still. I don't feel like I can use humor as a coping mechanism the way that I used to. And I don't know if that's permanent or not. Like it's still there, and it's maybe it's just more natural now and less forced and less of a constant like I'm being hit with this trauma or this pain. So like now I have to immediately just give in to my intrusive thoughts that are just happen to be funny. It's less of a crutch and more of like a okay, in this context this makes sense, I'll do it. Or am I depressed or sensitive or going through something? And I feel like I don't have my mojo back. Because there are times where I do feel like I do, but then there are times where I feel like I can't even stand on my own. And I'm sorry, this is supposed to be a comedy podcast.
We always get feely because we're feely people, but I think you're coming into your era of like being a Gemini, like where it's like it's the yin and yang, where which one is it? Where it's like the light is kind of now starting to shine through more because the dark has been consuming you for quite a while.
Yeah.
If that makes sense. Like not to be
The light's trying to give the dark a big hug, which goes back into my overall theme of 2025. For me being about like achieving closure, but also self-parenting.
because
Learning how to self-parent and like be there and show up for me. I think that's really
and that's something that's
instead of beating myself up all the time, like I try to be like I'm there for you, man. Like to me, and hey, like we're gonna get through this. Yeah, it's the 12th euthanasia of the day, but they're looking at you. They're looking to you to be their person when they're upset and in distress. You can't be in distress right now.
you have to put that face on. That was literally me last week whenever I did my second important thing for my job and I still inputted the information on the system wrong. And I was just like, fuck, like my boss is going to kill me because like I didn't do it right. I didn't do it right because, trauma from my last job. Because literally everyone at my new job, they're like, you were traumatized. Like that's like PTSD shit that you're talking about. I'm like, oh, I didn't realize since being out of it that it was really that bad, but it was that bad. And I literally was talking to my IT tech. I was like, yeah, like saying the same thing. Like, I keep freaking myself out and being like neurotic, where I was like, oh my gosh, I effed it up and I inputted the information wrong. But then I realized this is literally the second time I used the system.
Right.
And he was like, because my boss said, "Oh, hey, you inputted it wrong. Let's fix it later." So, but he was busy as all hell. So I went to my assistant director and I was like, "Hey, I want to make you look busy and make you look good because he doesn't do that much work respectfully because like that's something that we can go into off pod, but I was like, let's make you look good because I respect you. You are my assistant director and you're very knowledgeable and you obviously know how to use the system. I didn't say the system straight off the face. I was like, I need you to help me learn and correct my mistakes because obviously I made mistakes. And I did message him the day before saying, like, hey, can you check this for me? And he didn't respond because he was working, quote unquote, but wasn't really working because he was working remote. not to say remote work's bad. I love my remote work. Never take my remote work away because I do the same thing. Sorry, TMI. But I told that to my IT guy. He was like, Kelsey, literally the day I first met you, I was like, oh, she's got this. And I'm like, I know, I just freaked myself out because of my last experience. And he was like, oh, yeah, no, yeah, I get that. That makes a lot of sense. That makes a lot of sense.
Well, we're only human at the end of the day, and especially if it's your only your second time using the software. Oh my god.
Like my last role, like you were being screamed at for not doing something right when you weren't even properly trained.
Yeah, that's fucked up. Like that's a problem with the system, not you.
Hmm?
It's a problem with management, not you. And then you get blamed for it. What do you do there? Your hands are tied.
Like the fact that I'm getting praise, it's just insane because I'm like, I'm doing the bare minimum.
You're so to work being a emotional Chinese finger trapper. If you squirm,
Yep.
you get squeezed harder, harder to get
Mhm.
out. Now you're in like a normal work environment, and you're
It's
still like
so
recovering from. You're like an abuse. You're an abuse victim recovering, and like you think someone's gonna like when they accidentally flinch that like you're like oh, and they're like no, what? Like jeez, no, I was just we got a pizza party. You want pizza?
Or like I feel like I'm gonna get in trouble because my process, I have all three of my monitors set up and I'm doing my work, but in the meantime,
Back shot porn.
no, I'm watching
Full
like
monitor.
TikToks and
Oh, okay.
I will swipe up and listen to the TikTok whenever I'm doing my work and then swipe up again because I'm not watching it, I'm listening to it.
Did you
But
know
it's like you
there's an
see,
scroll?
I did not know that. Also, hi, what the hell?
I have to relearn how to do that on the For You page, but there's a yeah, you can get it like hands-free auto scroll, so you don't even have to fucking touch it anymore.
I need to do it because like that literally, and I know like to the average, maybe I don't know, big corporate, they're like, oh, you're not doing work. But I'm like, no, this is my ADHD multitasking where
Flow
I'm
state.
still, yeah, exactly. And I'm like, it probably looks very odd to my director because I have my laptop and my monitors and I have my phone hooked up on top of my laptop. And you see these videos playing, and I'm like,
Hate the way that you walk, the way that you
walk the
talk.
way
I hate the way that you don't do work.
I kid you not, my director, he is Kendrick against my last place of work right off the bat. And I was like, I love you. Not in an inappropriate way, but I'm like, this is the person that I respect because you're a no bullshit man. But what was it? Oh, the ADHD it flew out of my head already.
Yeah. I do
But
kind of like that at work. Like my monitor setup is ridiculous. It's one big monitor, but my coworker's like, I don't know how you follow this shit because I'll have like the main like triage software where we keep like the scheduling. I'll have like the live sheet with all of the ICU patients and what they're currently like into at the moment. Like, and then I'll have like the email underneath that in another window. And then one of those,
yes,
I'll switch
yes.
between like, oh, fucking the Microsoft Copilot to speed write communications. I pre-programmed to spit, like, I'll spit notes into it based on like client called, anxious, waiting for callback, is vomiting or pet vomiting, and then just spit that into it, and it'll come back. Received a call from owner requesting a callback from Doctor blah 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 at number like phone number regarding their pet's vomiting issues. Second phone call. Please call
I
back.
love
And I'm
I
like,
love Copilot. No, I understand what you're talking about, but like I said, the directions for my assistant director and I, because we're a smaller team, but I'm higher up now for some reason somehow. I have an assistant and a receptionist, which freaks me the fuck out because I don't want to ask them to do mundane tasks because I'm like I feel like being abusing of my power, but they're like, please, Kelsey, like I want something to do. I'm like, okay, like can you do this for me? I'm sorry. But the thing was that the direction was, hey, Kelsey, here's all these Excel sheets. Cool. Can you contact these people and you figure out a system with the assistant director and how you're going to contact these people? And I was like, yeah, sure. And he goes, like, it's slow season right now. And like, I cannot go into details, but he's like, we have to make sure it looks like, oh, what's the justification of why you're here for everyone in this office, right? And so I went to my assistant director. I'm like, how do you want to do this? he was flustered. And I'm like, why are you getting flustered over this? It's just figuring out what we want to do. So I said, hey, you contact the first 100 people, then I do 101 to 200. That's the work for today. That's easy peasy. And so apparently that same day, I only contacted 58 people. And I'm like, that's a really low fucking number because the system takes longer than my former system because there's a whole different process to do it. And so apparently my director said, yeah, like so and so said he already contacted 100 people today. And I was like, what?
Was he using?
No, just wait. So I told my director, I'm not trying to cause a stir in the office or be that problematic person, but I was like, that makes no sense because I'm doing everything to like the point where it's like, I'm going to give you a call. I'm going to leave you a voicemail. I'm going to input it into the system and put in notes and then move on to the next one. That takes about 2 to 3 minutes. And I was like, what the fuck are like, I was like, back in my previous position, if I was trying to contact someone, if I was trying to make my numbers look good and churn and burn, I just let the phone ring 3 times and hang up and move on. And I was like, I could get 100 people, like 80 to 100 people that way. But I was like, what do you mean he contacted 100 people? The instructions were call people. If they answer, talk to them. And I talk with people, obviously. Y'all know me at this point. But I was like, I leave a voicemail no more than 30 seconds long. Like, what the hell are you talking about? And then the next day he comes to me saying, he just sent a massive email. And I was like, what? He's like, yeah, he just sent a whole email blast to 100 people, and that was apparently his work for the day.
What?
So it doesn't even count. Yeah. And I was like,
That's not the
so
job.
that's not literally and he was confused saying, well, why would I call them? Like, that makes no sense. And I'm like, what do you mean? That's literally why I said, or I'm like, I'm doing the bare minimum where my boss came to me saying, hey, I want you to look good. And so this is exactly what you got to do. And I did exactly that. That's the bare minimum to me. I'm not going above and beyond. And so like, but this person said, well, that doesn't make sense to me. So I'm going to do it my way by just doing an email blast. So like, what was it? Whenever I was,
Get this man an Adderall prescription.
I think honestly, if I can make a correlation between this man and what is relevant to pop culture, okay, one second. Wait. Let me look it up. Let me look it up so I'm not incorrect. But I have not seen the entire show. Like I've seen the beginning works of it. No, Google. Don't betray me. No, Google. No. Be a good girl. Gosh, dang nabbit.
Dang flap.
There we go. But so this this assistant director, 1 second. Pulling it up. Sorry, taking this hot second.
Chris from Everybody Hates Chris.
I don't know. Like, I don't know. Like, it was down to like the tone where he was like,
Bro,
June is
Chris-
gonna be
Everybody.
dead.
That's literally Everybody Hates Chris.
He reminds me exactly of that person, and also down to the tonage in Abbott Elementary with like the way he addresses things. Because I like, not to say I'm intuitive, but at the same time, like I picked up with my director where he so has ADD. He go, and I have to be like, okay, you need to know when to slow down and stop, and I need to know when to interrupt you and be like, hey, dude, like, okay, I see what you're talking about. This is what I'm hearing. XYZ, is that what you're communicating? Yes or no? Yes? Okay, then I got it. Let me go back to my office. And then, like, I'm the perfect in between person of what this odd couple is because the assistant director, he's so nonchalant, passive, like laid back. But at the same time, he reminds me of that character from that show. With my former experience and my former role, I was like, I have seen the war room. I've been through Vietnam, but I went to him saying, hey, are you able to do like this list? And are we able to do this event? And he was sitting there just kind of like internally panicking. And I was like, do you need a moment for me to let you process so you can figure it out and then you can get back to me within an hour? And he was like, yeah, that'll make everything way easier for me. I'm like, okay, no worries. I think he has his own thing, like maybe he's type A or structural, where everything has to be complete, pristine, XYZ due to his method, doesn't like straying from his own ways. That I'm like, okay, I can pick up on that. So do you want me to propose this to you. And if it looks like you're struggling, I'm not telling him that. I'll say, do you want some time to process? And he says, yes, I do. And I'm like, okay, I'll come back in an hour. Focus on that, and I will talk to you then.
Right.
Job for like a month and a half, psychoanalyzing these damn people, but they are the best people in the world because they have given me such a better opportunity at life, and I love my role so fucking much.
Yeah, it does sound like a much better situation.
It's so much better because I love them. I love them so much. They're panicking, and I'm over here. I literally said to my receptionist, because our president of our place came, came to our institution,
Obama.
and it was a whole big deal. And so he is a very particular man. He's like, I want a turkey sandwich, no mayo. That's all I want, a turkey sandwich, no mayo. And so I thought that he had his own little special little order. And so I was like, hey, receptionist, like, do you want to help me find his order? Because obviously it's got to be something special. We're going through all these boxes. At least we found all the gluten free because it was all a jumbled mess. Like, we got it all organized either or. So that made everything easier. And so it was a whole huge event. And then my director came up saying, oh, no, 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 no. Every turkey sandwich is his exact order. And I was like, well, let me grab a box and just put it in the fridge. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to waste your time. He's like, no, no, no. I see what you were talking about. I understand. This receptionist came up to me just all flustered. Yeah, I thought I ordered like a very specific box for this. And I was like, receptionist, girl, it's solved. We're good. Why are you upset? Like, and she's like, because I thought this. I'm like, I thought so too, but literally this is nothing. I'm not laughing at her like this. I'm like, girl, it's fine. We're fine. We're not in trouble. We did our job. We're good. And she's like, okay.
Yeah, what the?
Like, she got so upset and flustered over that, where I was like, I was under the same impression too. But I was like, we were wrong, but like the approach of it is like, and she just kept coming back to me. I can't believe there wasn't a special box. I'm like, dude, it's fine. Don't be upset about it. Gosh. But yeah. Oh, but I will say I did do a huge goof this past Friday because we were welcoming a new blah 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 to our blah 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 blah. I was trying to pick this box up, but it slipped off me and I dropped it on another box and I was like, shit, that was the cupcakes. Fucked up like 3, 4 of the cupcakes out of this congratulatory box. And so I was like, do I just not say nothing? Or should I talk to someone? And I was like, fuck it. And I went to my senior director, which is different from the assistant director. And I was like, honey, I am so sorry. I just fucked up 3 cupcakes by dropping a box on it. And she's like, oh, if that's the worst thing that's gonna happen to me today, that's nothing. And I was like,
Jeez.
okay, I just wanted to be honest. I wanted to tell someone, and I even said the same thing to the director of that blah blah blah. And I was like, hey girl, I already told so and so, but I just wanted to tell you I fucked up 3 of the cupcakes because a box slipped off of me, dropped on top of it. And she was like, that's nothing. And I'm like, yeah, the honesty, the morals, the ethics in me, I can't not say nothing, but I did want to apologize. She's like, that's literally no big deal. I'm like, okay, thanks, babe.
Work.
Sorry, just ranting and raving. But Kels is way happier, and I think a lot more good things are to come, not only just for me, but for us, like you and I, Alex, for this podcast, for the short news, like network system, and just,
I hope so. That would be exciting.
I feel it. Like, I feel it's coming. It's not
So,
guaranteed, and it's not guaranteed to last. But at the same time, if something comes out of it, I think it's something where it's like, we had that happen, we enjoyed it. And if it works out, if it doesn't, it's cool because it happened.
all right. Well, I hope for that, and I hope I don't cry on pod one day. That would suck. We're just on here. I mean, it's better than dead air, but me just.
Maybe if it happens, it happens. But at the end of the day, you are at liberty whether or not you want to publish it.
We don't cry on pod, folks. It's not what we do. We just
That's what happened.
We disassociate like a dog. Like a dog.
Like I said, if it happens, it happens. Just go with the flow of it. Let it happen. And at the end of the day, you can publish it or not.
Yeah. Yeah, I know.
At least you got to let it out in the moment because if, like, just because there's a microphone or a camera in front of your face, that doesn't mean you need to stop. That means, hey, just let it out. And if you don't like what you saw, then you don't have to let it out there in the world, but at least you let it out, like, internally.
That's true. I mean, Jordan Peterson let all those videos of himself crying be published, crying about like dumb shit. Like being upset that people are trans or being upset about women entering the workplace. Be like, what is happening? They're taking away the traditional family, and these men, they're so alone. Look at his voice keeps getting more higher pitched. And these men, they're not allowed to play football anymore because they have to play with women, and if they tackle a woman, then it's rape. And then what do they do? And men are becoming women just so they can play football again.
Jordan Peterson, shut the damn hell up. I know not you, but like, it's just like, dude, shut the fuck up. You're making Canadians look so bad.
Got run out of Canada. He's in Texas now, I'm pretty sure.
Of course he's in Texas. Of course.
Joe Rogie and the boys. The boys. The worst blunt rotation. Nightmare blunt rotation. And I didn't want to smoke this weed, but because I'm a man, I have to.
Oh, I just want to beat him up.
I was like, sure, it's not that deep. Like, I don't know. What makes a woman a woman anymore?
You know what? I feel like the longer we go at this, I can be his opposing competitor, being a Canadian psychologist, media commentator. I'm just not an author yet. Maybe I should just write it. Maybe I should just write a.
He just says like dumb shit or like not.
Sorry, I really hope that picked up.
Yeah, it did. It did. If there is a God, then why do some people cut off their penises so
Often,
they can swim in the room? Just crying.
Brother, the thing is that, okay, if someone went so far enough to the extent where it's like, I am a woman, I start dressing as a woman, partaking as a woman, and I cut off my fucking penis, like, you can come up to me and say, what's up? I'm Zazo, and I identify as an avocado. I'm like, okay, do you want to hurt people? No? Cool, then do we vibe? Even better. Like, I'm here for vibes and good people. Like, whatever someone does in their fucking bedroom or in their personal life does not fucking pertain to you. Shut the fuck up and have a fucking life.
It's nobody's business. It should be nobody's business. And
why, like, how boring are you as a person where it's like, I have to matter about everyone else's.
But also making it everybody else's business as the opposition to that person's existence is only bringing more attention to the thing that you don't want attention to be brought to in the first place. Like, all you're doing is bringing the cause more attention from people who actually support those people, who will come out in support of those people.
Only saving grace this man has, if I can even call him a man, he's acting like a childish dumbass, is that if he pulled a Nikocado avocado saying this was the goal the whole time, where I highlighted.
Yeah,
like, that's the only saving grace.
There's no way. He's so lost the plot. He's him, and also, like, weirdly enough, Ethan Klein seems to have gone off the rails as well. Like, more than
oh my gosh.
before. I don't know if you saw
even from last
debate, like the like Ethan versus Hassan over Israel. If I can even,
we talked about it kind of briefly, and like
his eyes,
obviously on drugs. His wife, what's his fucking wife's name? That wide-eyed bitch, Ela. Like, I think obviously. I think, like, because I know you said personal things where it's like, oh, well, she's this and that, and like she, like, obviously she's the one that holds the balls.
Well, yeah,
but at the same time,
idea.
Yeah, exactly. But at the same time, I think at the end of the day, she cares more about his looks than his actual like mental and physical health. where it's like I have a skinny husband
He
because
lost a
I'm a
ton of
model.
weight very fast.
And that's what I was gonna say earlier. Whenever we finally go to video format, I was like, I'm not. I wanted to say I'm not gonna pull an Ethan Klein because I finally have a business that I work for that cares about my health, and I can actually. I'm probably gonna start losing weight soon and actually take care of myself. And I'm like, what if one of these days I show up on video and I look skinny and it's like I'm not an Ethan Klein. I swear. I promise.
Like Ethan is. People think he's on Adderall, which I'm like, a lot of
It's
people
so
are.
easy to
But he
get.
could be abusing it. Yeah. Um, he
I mean,
does seem like he's on a stimulant. Definitely. I was leaning more
he's
towards
on
spectrum
something
amphetamine.
that's not good for him. But
Like, yeah.
there was something really funny that said Adderall, and I'm like, fuck Trump, don't come for me.
Taking our Adderall.
You need me more than I need you, but like, not you, Alex.
Taking our Adderall.
But what was it? There was this like old clip of this guy from what was his show? The Intern, his TV show.
The Apprentice.
The Apprentice. And so they were talking about behind the scenes. He was like, yeah, so he's been wearing a diaper since the 90s because, yes, he was like, you can even see it in the WWF video from the 90s that you can see the outline of the diaper. But that's because Trump has abused Adderall, speed, and cocaine his entire life. And he's so incontinent. I hate that I'm laughing, but at the same time, it's just like people voted for this person thinking that's my man because this 80-something-year-old fucker is the voice of America, someone that shits its pants on the regular.
Oh my
And so,
God.
and he doesn't even know it.
That much that he's just a revolving door
Yeah.
for shit.
Yes. Yes, and that's the funny thing where
It's
it's
like a
like
guinea.
cruel yet ironic, where it's like, I don't think
I mean,
because my brother died from alcoholism, but this motherfucker,
I do snort all of the amphetamines that I.
this stereotypical, this stereotypical
Sense.
New York City businessman
Oh,
was still on the uppers and
Wall Street.
fucked him up. Like, what was it in the show or what have you? Apparently, Ivanka, like the mother of his like first no, wait, no, Ivana. Thank you. I'm sorry, Ivana
He
would
wants
like
to marry Ivanka.
look you're right, would lean over and because like the smell would be prominent and it's like he's sitting there not noticing it and she would have to whisper into his fucking ear to get cleaned up and there he had his own personal shit wiper. He had a shit guy.
Dude,
He had a
where's that
fucking
guy?
shit guy.
Where is Trump's shit guy now? Do you think he's still with
Right?
them?
But
You think
so
he has the same.
this was
It's like traveling with the same band, like Springsteen with the E Street. Trump's got.
But this was from years ago saying, yeah, this man, like his mind is lost. He's incontinent,
Yeah,
has been
for sure.
fucking, and
No.
how the
But
fuck
that
do
also makes
people?
sense. Like they did pick up him like either sharding or farting, or now I'm thinking shitting himself on a hot mic during one of his speeches or rallies like months ago.
How do people still look at that and say, yeah, America? My cat's staring at me as I'm saying that. She's like,
can't
what the
believe
fuck are you talking about?
He's just like shitting and not realizing it.
It's like, would you
my
would you
biggest
look
nightmare.
at your
That's my
would you look at
biggest
your
nightmare.
would you look at your grandmother that has never like because I know like one of my grandmothers, she's never drank since she was 20 because she had a gin drink that threw her over her rocks. And she was like, nope, I'm done. I didn't like that. I had a hangover one time. I never wanted to touch alcohol. And
Wow.
I
Okay, respect.
she's not allowed to drive
Damn.
because I don't trust her driving. And the other one that does still drink, because honestly, Sam sis, but it's like she doesn't drive either. She's like, I should not be allowed to drive. And then you have this man
This
that
guy's
A,
got
he
the
can't
nuclear
even
code.
drive. He has the nuclear
He's-
codes. He's
shits himself.
incontinent. His mind is lost. Like,
And we thought Joey Biden was the one shitting himself all the time. I mean, two things can be true at this.
two things we do we know, but it's not on the record as publicly as this one interview where it's like, yeah, I worked on The Apprentice
Biden
in the early 2000s. When was The Apprentice? The early mid 2000s, and they're like, yeah, no, he was shitting his pants on set.
He was younger too, so.
And there was someone that was nicknamed like Wet Wipes because that was the guy that was supposed to clean him up.
That's insane. I gotta rewatch The Apprentice and see if I can tell if like anyone smelled.
Don't give him that Don't.
Not on NBC, like not a rerun, like
YouTube.
Yeah.
Okay, good. I was like, don't give him that collateral.
No.
Fuck him.
I do want to see the movie The Apprentice though, with Sebastian Stan and that dude from Succession as Roy Cohn. I hear that's really good. I hear it's very good. And Sebastian doesn't do like a full-on Trump impression in the clips I've seen. He's playing him pretty straight, but very dramatic.
I'm intrigued. I'll give it a shot. I hate the fact that I'm watching it, but I'll give it a watch. Kind of like the Ashton Kutcher Steve Jobs movie where he was an ass.
That or like the Wolf of Wall Street, but he doesn't go to jail. That's the vibe I'm getting from it.
But no, I kid you not. We have to end this soon because homeboy, I do too. But I kid you not, with my partner's family, they love me, but at the same time, they're very conservative, and I like to put them in their place. But the aunt I haven't seen in a hot minute, right? And so I was telling her today in Florida, I was like, like I'm just going to be blunt, within education, because that's my field. It's very touch and go nowadays, currently, and they're severely defunding it. The EASE Act is looking like it's going to be cut, and that's a huge fact. It's only like max $4,000, but that could be a huge deciding factor for a student, no matter what institution they go to. Like, that's a huge benefiting factor. And it like, they just want to not have people go back to school. They want them to be stupid to work potential manufacturing jobs that are never going to happen.
They were saying they wanted them to go back to school.
Right.
Them to go to school at all.
They want them to be manufacturers and act like
Go to the mines.
Yeah, exactly. They want you to go to these other like how these other countries act, where it's like, well,
they're playing Minecraft. It's not even real. Let's just send them out to Minecraft IRL, as the kids would say.
I was like, how is that not going to stop? How is that like? Because
we need clean coal. It's not even a real thing.
I've been in this for like 2 years now, and I'm over here like, this is not, because I work in a particular sect that I'm like, what does this mean for people in public education that really truly needs this? Because government funding, they still have, like, here's the thing, they still have to pay it back. They're fucked because they still, like, what the fuck are you talking about? Where it's like, they just give money to kids. They still have to pay it back. They still have to fucking pay it back. And I'm over here like, this is a huge deciding factor of people even trying to go to school, because you still have to pay it the fuck back.
Probably tax.
And like,
too.
Federal loans, they're unsubsidized, and they're usually at the lowest appreciation of interest. And most of them still, like, even in public university, like, myself, I have the luxury of being able to leave the United States, and I can go to wonderful universities that are top tier, and I'm only paying $500 a semester. Like, I'm getting better I'm getting my undergraduate education is at the same, like, expectation of Ivy League schools in America. And it's a public university, and I'm paying $500 to $1,200 a semester, depending on how many classes I'm taking. Because I was that psychopath in summertime that would take 8 classes. Not just 4, not 5. I would take 8 because I would stack it up.
I get it. I did that too. The second time around to college, because I wanted to speed run it.
But the education system in America is so beyond fucked. And now they're making it impossible to achieve, aside from the elite. And they're trying to make a manufacturing system that is not established, let alone not even beginning.
They want to the country into a company.
Yes, exactly. And like, I was like, there's no infrastructure to do manufacturing in the United States. If there already was, that would make sense.
Also,
there's
like,
no
people don't
infrastructure.
Even have homes, or people can't even afford homes.
They can't even afford fucking rent.
Let's focus on that part first. Like, let's make sure that companies are paying people a living wage, and that living wage is going towards a home that the price is like jacked up on by BlackRock, who bought out like the available homes.
In Panama Canal. And they bought Panama Canal. And so it's like, I love my students, I take care of them, and I believe in my institution as to what they are investing in because it's way better than where I was at. And my students from my former institution, either intentionally or accidentally, we met at my current school. And I was like, please come here because this is way better. Like, I full heartedly believe it. But if I was just an American, I could not have gone to school. I would not go to school. I would probably be in a trade right now because it's so unreasonable, unfeasible. Like, because also the structure as well is ridiculous. Like in university, like with the other undergraduate school I was looking at, they were like, you have to get 6 credit hours of another language. Why the fuck do I need to get another language for my background? Like, what do you mean I have to have a foreign language, this credit, that credit? That like for like they had it set up down to a T where it's like this is exactly what your semester is going to look like. And I'm like, why the fuck do I have to take these classes? That means I'm going to fail and owe money. And still like at a public institution in Texas where I was thinking about looking at because that's where I was from, like, and that was quote unquote the cheapest option at like $23,000 a year. Excuse me, and I would probably had to get FAFSA. I would have probably failed. I would have been in a probationary period, and I probably would have failed out of university. It was not until this fucking I'm sorry, I'm so like it was not until this year I realized that the reason why I never was on like probation or whatever the fuck these statuses are is because I never even had to use financial aid because education outside of America that probably actually is even better is so cost efficient. I could pay out of pocket and not even have to blink an eye at it for a whole semester. Like, I'm not gonna lie right now. I'm sorry, I'm ranting, Alex. I'm sorry. But like, I kid you not, the lowest my GPA at my lowest point ever got at was a 1.0 because I just kept failing. I couldn't figure out what I wanted to do, what was I supposed to do. I thought I had to do this, I thought I had to do that due to my American experience. But once I figured it out, I finished at a 4.0, and I paid everything out of pocket in both my degrees so far because I'm going back because I'm gonna be a badass bitch. Like, cost me maybe $12,000, maybe at most for both of my degrees.
Jeez, fuck.
And I paid that out of pocket. And that took over. I started fall of 2013. I technically finished December of 2017, but my graduation date was fall of 2018. So, like 5 years, 12 grand. And that's not including the conversion rates.
Yeah, America's fucked.
Yeah, we're fucked. I probably actually, in American dollars, probably paid $9,000 to $10,000 for my education.
Well, that's like city college prices in New York. Like
Per year for the
you're
whole.
for the whole thing. Like if you're a city resident, you get a pretty good deal. It's not as good of a deal, but it's a pretty good deal. I hope they don't take that away, but we'll see what happens.
They might,
They might.
brother, they might.
Oh, they might.
Because
I
I'm
know New
seeing it in
York-
Florida.
New York City kind of acts as its own entity. So
And the
densely
Republicans
populated.
love attacking New York City.
Yes, we
May as well call them 9/11.
education.
Education, may as well.
We're doing
Because
it
they want
again,
people-
folks.
They want people to be more stupid. They want manufacturing workers. They want factory workers, even though we don't have the infrastructure to do so. And that's going to take years beyond Trump's. If he even survives or lives through or completes his fucking presidency, it takes way longer to do that than it actually will be. And it's going to be a waste of fucking time. And I cannot wait for the fucking day these fucking Republicans say, not even Republicans, these fucking cultists, they're going to say, he lied to me. I'm like, no fucking shit, you dumbass.
We're fucked. We're fucked, folks.
And here's the thing. I went on to the Titanic, and this is like hypothetical, illusionary, etc., etc. Y'all went on to the Titanic thinking, "We're going, my God." And I'm over here like, we're gonna sink, bitch, and you're coming down with me. I am just so mad at the current state of the world.
Yeah, it's understandable.
And I'm so disappointed in people. These are people that have procreated that somehow obtained some sort of education, probably for the most part within early education, probably are nurses and, definitely not doctors, but maybe a small portion, but maybe EMTs, police officers, what have you. And these people rallied up and put us in the place we are now and think things are not going to impact them until it finally does. Because it's always, oh, this won't impact me until it does. And I know the people that should really hear this will never hear this, but I really don't care. But I'm just frustrated. I'm frustrated.
A lot of people are frustrated right now. And that's understandable.
Sorry, Alex. I didn't mean to put you in a hard place in a rock.
No, you didn't. I just have to pee very badly.
I do too. I think this concludes the pool.
So much too much coffee.
And we're officially back.
And
Bitch, we're back.
folks.
Like Brittany.
We're back. For 100 years of Pool House. 500 years of the Pool House. We're going to have an AI after we're dead.
We're going to both be in the cloud on our, we're actually going to officially be in studio on these awesome beanbag chairs and setup. Or it's like, what's up? Welcome to the Pool House. Year 5000.
1000th year, folks, for the aliens. The Aztecs came back. You're welcome, guys. How's it going? This episode is brought to you by Organite Crystal. They empower your soul and also everything. We figured out energy, folks. We did it, folks. We're AI now.
But that's because our souls have been uploaded to the cloud.
Oh God, Black Mirror style.
Yeah, brother. You know what I'm talking about.
We already have the capability.
We should do it.
AI.
You and I.
A full AI.
Oh, wait, let's do that just for funsies.
There's like an AI voice function on the software I've been using. I'm scared to try it, but
let's do it and test it out.
Full episode.
But this has been the Pool House. We're gonna go pee now. If you want us to hear pee on pod, you gotta send us money.
The Patreon. Just kidding. We don't have a PP Patreon yet. Go to the PP Patreon. The Pool House Pod.
We love you.
Also PP.
We appreciate you.
All right.
Peace.